What's up, family? Welcome to Ask the Mods,
where we challenge you to stop playing and start pushing.
This is my lovely wife, Iana.
And this is the man of my dreams and my husband, Aize. All right, y'all, we're going to get it started. We have a question that came in from a young lady out there. So, of course, as always, we're going to give you our advice and our view, and then we want you to tell us what you think. All right. How do you deal with negative comments from married people? I've been married for 3 years now. I know most people will say we are still in that honeymoon stage, but since we've been married, I hear nothing but negative comments from people that are married. I have coworkers that tell me that all the sweet things that me and my husband do right now will all fizzle. I have found that many people accept the lacking romance aspect of their relationship and just make excuses saying that it's normal for a marriage to be like this. My husband and I see this very differently. We make sure and command romance and see that our needs are met. Even though we have only been married for 3 years, we have been together for 7, so we know each other quite well. Since my husband and I work in the same office complex, he comes to my office to have lunch every day. These female co-workers have nothing but negative comments to say like, "Don't you guys ever get tired of each other?" I also find that older women think that they can always add their 2 cents just because they're older. I understand that older people are wiser, but I don't think that every relationship is the same. She also says here that they never say anything that is helpful and that she feels like these ladies at her job are just haters. And they just feed off of making other people feel bad about their relationship because they are in relationships where their husband has cheated, is cheating, or abuses them, or there's just a plain old lack of romance. She usually ignores their comments, but she feels like sometimes they're trying to break her down. How should I deal with this? Should I just continue to ignore them, or should I tell them that I don't need their advice or criticism? All right.
Yeah, that's a real good question right there. And what I'll say to you is that I don't think you need to necessarily say to them directly that you don't need their advice or criticism. What I will say is that the approach that you could take is probably to use positive examples to combat the negativity that they're bringing to the table. So for instance, if you know what you all do in your relationship works, just emphasize that. Emphasize that despite the fact that you all may have only been married for 3 years, what you got going right now is good. So emphasize the good, highlight the good, and then you can actually even extend that beyond your relationship. You talked about your mom, your parents being married for 35 years. I mean, that right there is a bonus. That's something that you can share with them. If you look at us, I'm madly in love with my wife. We've been together for 15 years since high school, and we've been married for 8.
Today's our anniversary.
Yeah, and this is my queen right here. You know, I mean, I love her to death, and you know, actually, she just came back from Florida, and
I'm your queen. Thank you. Sorry,
you know, she just came back from Florida, and you know, we talk all the time. All the time, and most of her co-workers say that, you know, we be running our mouths and talking all the time, and they say the same thing. Don't y'all get tired of each other? And I would say, till this day, no. Yeah. I'm in love with my wife. I love being with my wife. You know, I mean, it's just the bomb, you know. So, I mean, you want to make sure you share these positive examples with them and let them know it ain't gotta be the way it is with them or in their relationships. There's other examples out here that, you know, really reflect the beauty, the love, the commitment, and everything that you all are trying to highlight in your relationship. So, talk about that.
Well, I think my husband has summed it up well. I mean, I agree with him. I think that if, you know, they're being offensive, you know, kind of bogarting with their advice, and it's not even advice, it's borderline disrespectful, you might need to say, slow your roll. You know, you might need to let them know, like, I hear what you're saying, but that's not where I'm at. That's not where we're at. So I'm not really feeling that. I hear what you're saying, but if you don't mind, you don't even gotta tell me that. You don't even have to say that.
And then tell them to go to www.beintentional.com
so they can get some other examples.
Yeah, exactly.
How about that? But I will say this: if they're like most coworkers, you know, the bottom line is this: you gotta be you. So you can't allow them and what they're saying to overtake you. And you know, the title of this post, if you saw, is what is it? Negative coworkers are no-no. I'm sorry. I had a minute there, y'all. Now my husband was like, get it together. Negative coworkers are no-no. But that's in any aspect of our life. So this is dealing with your relationship. You can't, you know, sit with somebody else at lunchtime. Go to somebody else's office don't be around them. So, you know, these are folks who you're surrounding yourself with, and these are your friends on the job or what have you. You might need to examine who you're being with, you know, and just, you know, seek out some other folks or have some alone time. And if you're going to be around them and they're going to keep going like that, you might have to step and say, not step, but, you know, just let them know, back it up. But the thing that you can do the most is model. Model for them that, hey, I'm in a different place, I'm in a different world, and you know what, there are other examples out there, you know, and they've been married for a while, and they've been together for a while, and they're doing fabulous.
And just because they're older doesn't mean that they're wiser. I mean,
it just means they're older.
It just means that they're older. I mean, a person can go around the block backwards 10 times.
Oh my God.
And then learn something from the person who walks around the block forward 1 time. So you might be that person in office.
Say that again.
So the person can walk around the block backwards 10 times, and then learn something from the person who walks around the block forward 1 time. So you might be the person in your office is walking around the block the right way forward this 1 time, and everybody else is walking backwards. You know, they just change their perspective and listen to you. They might learn a little bit.
So, at the end of the day, what matters most is what you and your boo, your husband, say is okay and what's the norm for you. And each and every day that you move forward, you are making history and you are modeling for other people. And you know what? They might have stuff to say, but trust and believe. They admire you. They think, dang, I wish I had that. Trust that. So keep stepping, keep doing your thing, keep your head up, sis. Stop playing. Start pushing.
You ain't say